we'll
love
stay on the
hip-hop.
same vein here because or pause. We'll stay on the same track here. The boy Drizzy Drake, and I hope that I don't get any copyrights for this because I got one on my Instagram page. He did make an announcement at the same time. If I'm not mistaken, it was at the same night that the Super Bowl announcement was made. Yeah, it was. It was. Because this is the Super Bowl announcement here. Okay. And I asked the question, who should be doing the Super Bowl? That's what I'm going to do, actually. Let's do this before I move on to this Drake story. Because he's going to be the ambassador for the World Cup 2026. I asked the question, should Kendrick Lamar be performing at the Super Bowl? 57% says yes, 43% says no. So it's a very tight race when it comes to that. I'm going to ask a different question, still on the same topic. Who should perform at the Super Bowl? Okay. I'll ask Kendrick or Lil Tunchi. Bang. No pun intended. Now, let's get to this post here. And like I said, once again, I really, really, really hope that the World Cup organization doesn't give me a copyright on this. I'll just cut it out. Feel free to visit Canada. It's a great place to come. You know what I'm saying? It's safer. They call it even when you come to Toronto, they call it like a cleaner New York. Just saying. We'll be ready. This guy's a class act.
We are 26.
This guy's a class act. All right. Yeah. One up. Just a little bit. What's bigger, the Super Bowl or the FIFA World Cup? I'm just asking for a friend. Okay, Common Gang Strong. What's a bigger event? The Super Bowl or the FIFA World Cup? Be honest. Oh, man. And y'all going to be like, look at these guys, these Drake fans, they're coping. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Isn't football, soccer, like the biggest sport in the world? I'm just asking. Is it not the biggest sport in the whole world? The football. Let me see if I can pull up an article on this. Let me pull up some shit. I'll show y'all what I'm looking at here. We'll find some stuff on this. All right? Don't just say Super Bowl just because y'all like football. Because there's a different football. Let's go to Complex. So Drake talks up Toronto ahead of the FIFA World Cup 2026. It's going to be beautiful. Let's make this a little bit bigger on the screen here. So, hold on. Let me make sure y'all can see that proper. I can see that. Good. Okay, so the FIFA World Cup of soccer is coming to Canada in 2026 alongside United States and Mexico. And Count Drake among fans excited to see the World Cup's best come to the hometown of Toronto. In an interview with the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, at a scheduled announcement over the weekend, the Six God talked up Toronto, which will be hosting the first match of the tourney in June 12 of 2026. We're not gonna go over what he said. We already heard that part. So I want to actually check some statistics here. Maybe I can do a Google thing, a Google question. Bigger sport. And it don't mean nothing. I'm not just saying anything. Like, it doesn't mean nothing, but American football or soccer. Okay, so here's some statistics here. The last World Cup final was watched by over, what's this number here? 101 billion. Sorry, what is this friggin' number? Jesus Christ. 1.1 billion viewers. Jesus Christ. Soccer is just a bit bigger than American football. Jesus Christ. 1.1 billion people watch that shit? And don't get me wrong, I don't even like soccer like that. I'm not a soccer fan. All right. I used to play soccer when I was a kid, but that's the limit where I go. Other than that, like, I think the matches are too long. There's not enough points being scored. But that's just me. I know riots happen at soccer matches because they're so important culturally to each country that's involved. Okay. Each time that shit happens, it's like 3 Super Bowls. Let's do a statistic. People who watched the Super Bowl. Let's do last year in 2024, or the one that happened early this year. So it had 123.7 million average viewers. Not to say that football is, nothing to write home about or anything like that. Football is the shit. Like, American football I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other football. But facts are facts. Like 123 million in comparison to, what was the number? 1.1 billion. That's a little crazy. So I say all that to say, everybody's doing stuff. Everybody's busy. Everybody's booked. Start a one-up contest. All right, you do the Super Bowl. I'll deal with the World Cup stuff. We're not doing that. It's not a competition of who's doing bigger shit. Maybe this is what Ak was talking about with the round 2. He's like, look, you do the Super Bowl, I'll deal with the World Cup. Round 2, fight. Maybe. What are you saying here? Merlin Byron says, but is the opening ceremony in Canada? Going to be here in Toronto. From what I'm seeing here, Kendrick Lamar is accusing Drake of being a colonizer, but ran to the NFL full of old white men. Salute to peace, love. Hold on, let's leave that one on the screen. Let that one marinate for a second. Let that one breathe for a second. Jesus Christ. That's kind of fact still. I'm not going to lie. You kind of ran to the old white men still. Because is Kendrick past kneeling? I don't want to circle back to that old topic there, But is Kendrick past kneeling? Because Jay-Z said we past kneeling, bro. We past kneeling. We past that. I know that, that happened, yeah, but what are we going to do about it? That's the best Jay-Z impression I could do. I'm sorry. Well, listen, I just wanted to put it out there into the universe. Okay. Salute to Drizzy Drake. Like I said, it's not a one-up contest. It's not who's doing better, who's got bigger accolades, blah, blah, whose car is nicer, blah, blah. Right? It's not even about the battle at this point. Niggas have moved on. That shit is old. That's old shit. Okay? This is, we're on to other shit. This has nothing to do with the battle. All right? No matter what, even if it was posted on the same day, the announcements happened on the same day, this is just purely coincidence and has nothing to do with the Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. All right? This is not part of the round 2, game 2, none of that stuff. All right? Just purely coincidence. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to call this segment. Purely coincidence. Has nothing to do with each other. All right, gang? That's where we're going to go with. Let's move on.
We love hip hop.